Hello and welcome to the show. Well, the Scotti have been on the receiving end for a lot of raiding this campaign season. Firstly the Picts, then the Saxons doing some uncontested stuff, and now the Saxons raiding some cattle. This time the Scotti will fight back. If you haven't already done so, grateful for a sub. However, for now, let's get on with the show. Here's the Saxon warband, led by Lord Edwin, front and centre, with his champion, a wolf here. Elf Lager on the right and Elf Mead on the left, the two nobles supporting him. He has two groups of Hearthguard, four groups of warriors, one of which is 8 strong, and one group of missiles, the archers. The Scotti, led by Lord Ronald MacDonald the Cruel, front and centre, with his champion Hamish and his noble Big Mac Dougal. They have four groups of raiders, two of which are 8 strong, two groups of skirmishers, foot skirmishers back right, led by Haggis McMuffin, skirmish cavalry, noble raider cavalry, and one group of slingers. The ground for tonight's scenario is pretty basic. It is a valley running left to right, which the stream or river flows down. There is high ground along the top of the board and the bottom. The river is a minor obstacle to cross where it is narrowest, and medium obstacle where it is widest. Patches of rough ground are minor obstacles and bog are medium obstacles. The Saxons will be entering from centre left and exiting centre right. The Scotti will be entering from top right from the high ground. This is Lord Ronald's view, looking off the high ground down into the valley, with the river hills the other side, and the Saxons will be coming on from there. Well, Lord Edwin and his Saxons will be coming on this edge of the table, down the valley, next to the river, all the way, and off the table edge there. And the Scotti will be coming on there, onto the table on their left, through the trees, down from the high ground. The cards for the game: the Saxons have goad, a couple of aggressive charges, bounding move, and carpe diem. The Scotti, darting blow, aggressive charge, evade, shield wall brace, and step forth. Both warbands have morale of 6. For this scenario, the Saxons will get one free turn at the start, and they must get at least 2 groups of cattle off the right hand edge of the board. Okay, we are off and running, and it is the Saxon missiles up first. They go 9. Saxons have got a great head start at the moment. Let's see whether Scotti can stop them here. Scotti skirmishers are out to start with. I think they're just going to try and keep up on the high ground for the moment. That is 12. And the other group goes 11. So what they're going to do is just go the other side of the woods there. Saxon leader 2, he'll push his group of 8 warriors to the side here. They'll go 10. And get the other group to come across. They go 13. So they can actually go there. And they're nicely positioned on the Saxon left flank. Okay, Scotti cavalry are going to burst onto the scene. That is 14. And the noble raider cavalry, 12. Saxon leader 1, Elf Lager. Front group, 8. And rear group, 13. Well, they're just tucking behind. Don't need to get into formation just yet. Saxon Lord, 9. And the other group, only 5. Edwin will be with the front group there. Scotti Lord, 14. And his second group go 8. Followed by Scotti Leader 1. So the Scotti got a bit of a traffic jam here. I'll sort that one out in a minute, if they have a chance. Scotti Missiles. They go 10. And again, I think that's what they'll do is work the way around the side. Should have kept one group with the cattle. So the cattle will move 9. And that's the end of the turn. Okay, first card up for the next round are the Scotti Skirmishers, which are just lurking in the trees in the high ground here. So the first group will go 9. And the second group 10. Saxony 2, Elf Mead here. Of course, he's got his missiles in the way, which isn't brilliant. So I think what he'll do is form up for 1. Just checking, cards aren't too bad. In fact, he'll draw a card, aggressive charge, which is good news. Then he'll form up into that formation, and that's Saxon Leader 2 done. Right, the Scotti Cavalry. I'm going to get the Skirmish Cavalry to come up here in front of the Hearthguard. As far as they can go, they go 8 plus 6 is 14. And the Noble Raider Cavalry will come over here as well, I think. Wow, that is a massive move. So I think, I didn't actually say where they're going to go. It's 24. They'll lose 1 pip per dice for going over there. So they'll go 20. I think that's where they want to be, is over the other side, ready to attack from the flank should the situation arise. There's the Noble Raider Cavalry pushing around. I think they're going to try and get around here, ready to swing in if they get the opportunity. Right, Saxon missiles are up. They are within 12 inches, so they'll be firing at the Scotti Skirmishers. 4, 5, 6 to hit, 1 hit. 3, 4 shock, 5, 6 kill. It's 1 kill. Is it the Noble? It's not. Okay, Saxon Leader 1, Elf Lager. Well, again, we've got a bit of a traffic jam here. I guess he might push over here, actually. There's 11. Lord Edwin. He will draw a card. He's drawn Goad. Well, he's just got rid of a Goad, so it's not particularly good. That's 1 command initiative. He's going to get this lot to move up for 2, and then 3 to form up, which is all tickety-boo. So they are now a formation. Right, Scotti Lord. He is going to probably move up here, no further forward than this rough ground. And get his second group to come up alongside, which they do, and form up for 3. And swiftly followed by Scotti Leader 1. They're going to push around to the left-hand side of Lord Ronald. So that is 13. If they go across the rough ground, they'll lose 3, which I think they'll do, because they need to, can't be going around too much. And that's another great move, 15, so that's 12. Oop. Well, no, they won't be in the rough ground actually, so they will go over here. Some good move from Scotti, nicely deployed from the trees. Scotti missiles, they're going to get along here and get onto the forward slope here. So they're going to go no further forward than the forward slope of those rocks there. That's 13, which is just about perfect. And the cattle are just going to hold there a minute. Don't want to get them involved in the fight too early or in the way. So already the stage is set for what looks like to be almost a full-on battle, frontal assault from the Scotti onto the Saxons as they desperately try to defend their escape route to get the cattle out. So this could be really interesting. Okay, Scotti skirmishers. Now, they did a number on the Saxons earlier in the campaign, but they haven't been particularly good recently. But what they're going to do, they're going to target the Hearthguard. So these guys are going to move forward 2 dice 6. Oh dear. And they do not get in range. So we'll try with the other group. They do easily. So they fire at these Hearthguard here. 4, 5, 6 is that's 2 hits, and it's 5, 6 shock, no effect. Closely followed by the Scotti missiles. I think they will target the warriors on the right here. So it's close range. It's 4, 5, 6 to hit. That's 3 hits, and it's 4, 5 shock, 6 kill, no effect. Okay, Scotti cavalry. The skirmish cavalry will move up and do the proverbial. On the left hand group, 4, 5, 6 to hit, that's 2 hits, and it's 5, 6 shock, 2 shock. Well, that's a shame it's not kills, but there we go, that's what the skirmishers do. So no doubt that shock will be coming off pretty quick, but that's a good start. Now the noble raider cavalry, what I want them to do is move up to the rough ground here, I think, and just hold. There you go, 12 plus 6. That's more than enough. Scotti leader 1. I think 1 command initiative to get them to join up. They're so close, and then they can move together. So they will go up no further than the skirmish cavalry. Which they do. Saxon leader 2, Elfmead. Trouble is he's got these missiles in the way. I can't really do anything at the moment, so he'll just hold. Need to get these out of the way. Elf Lager will move up here and form up with Lord Edwin. Now it is Lord Edwin. I was tempted to move this formation up and attack the Scotti here, but these guys will not then move. I don't want to reduce the formation at the moment, so he's just going to take 2 points of shock off. Well, he'll draw a card. He's drawn Fear, which is good, and he'll take those 2 points of shock off, and he will discard Goad. The Scotti Lord, well, are we just going to have one massive fight in the middle? Possibly. Yeah, he's going to move up here and join up, which is done easily. This might be one of these classic Dark Ages battles where they're all lined up. Right, the Saxon missiles are up last. They need to get out of the way. So I think what I will do is move them over here. It'll allow the Saxons to move forward then. So they'll move 2 dice just to here, which they do. They will fire at the skirmishers. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 1 hit. And it's 3-4 shock, 5-6 kill, so 1 shock on them. And again, the cattle would just stay there. Scotti Leader 1 is up. He's not commanding that formation, so he is going to just draw a card for 1 command initiative. Doesn't do anything else, and he will discard a card. It's Desperare anyway, so that's in and out the hand. Scotti missiles. I think, again, they will fire at these guys here. 3 hits. 4-5 shock, 6 kill. That is 1 kill. Well, it might actually be on old Elfmead. No, it's not. So, first blood of a warrior to the missiles. Right, Scotti Cavalry. Well, this lot are in the way. So, I think I've got to get rid of them. They may well go over the river. They need to be sniping from the flank. So, they're going to lose a pip for going over the river. Or they won't, they're skirmishers actually. I think that what they want to do is come around here and get onto the flank of the Saxons. I don't know they've got enough movement for that. That is 12 plus 6 is 18. Well, not bad actually. So they're within range for harassment, but they can't do that this go. Right, and now it's the Scotti Lord. He has just drawn a card, and he's picked up Carpe Diem. So I think he's going to play these cards. Carpe Diem, which allows multiple cards to be played. They're going to play Darting Blow, so it's just 1 round of combat, an aggressive charge. They'll get 3 bonus dice because they're all suited, and they will get a +1 to hit on the first round, and only round indeed. And after they have the fight, they'll withdraw 2 dice 6. First of all, they need to get in. They will lose, as a formation, 1 pip per dice here. So they need 8 to get in. That is 13, less 3 is 10, so they're in. Right, so from a numbers perspective, it's 8, 14, 28, 30, 35, plus 3 is 38. Wow, I need some more dice. Saxons will have 12, 13, 14, because there are elites, 20, 25, 27. Right, I'll do the Scotti first, because I've got my big pile of dice here. Now it's hitting on 3s and above. I guess when you play with this number of dice, it's going to average out for the number of hits. I think I've already taken away a 3 already. Oh dear. That looks like a pretty good hit, actually. Yes, I think that's a 2. Right. So that's 7 there, 7 there, 7 there. So it's 8, 8, 8. Let's have 9. 9 there. Wow, that is a monster hit. I suppose it was always going to be thus. Okay, Saxon's hitting on a 4, 5, 6. That's a huge hit. Absolutely huge. They got 5 dice each. Right. Darting Blow and other cards finished for the moment to get them out of the way. So This is a group of warriors. This is going to be absolute carnage, isn't it? So that's 2 killed and 5 shock. I'll have to do this as I go, otherwise I will forget everything. So 5 shock. Is the kill on Elf Lager? It is not. 1, 2. Next group, and these are the Hearthguard, so it's 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that is a lot less impressive. 1 shock and 1 kill. Is the kill on Lord Edwin? It's not. And finally, on the left-hand group of Hearthguard for the Saxons. Well, that's a bit more like it from the Scotti. 1 shock, but 3 kill. Now there's no noble there, so it's just a straight 3 kill. So the Saxons lost 4 Hearthguard there, and 2 warriors, so that's 6. However, right, left-hand Scotti group is 3 shock, 1 kill. Next group is 2 shock, 1 kill. Is it on Big Mac? It's not. Scotti have only lost 2 so far. Lord Ronald's group. Three shock, 1 kill. Is it on the Lord? It's not. And final group is 2 kill, 2 shock. Right, so that's 5 Scotti have been killed and 6 Saxons. So it's net 1 to the Scotti. I think I read in the rules somewhere that they did say that combat was brutal and short, and this is living up to that quote. Right, so it is a bounding move, not a bounding move, it's a darting blow. So first of all, let's check for excess shock. There's none on the Scotti. There is, however, here they go back 1, so I guess the others can go back 1 with them and stay in formation. And then the Scotti go back 2 dice 6, facing the Saxons. They go back 11. Ooh. And the 2 warbands, having had their first combat there, have just broken back and are now shouting at each other. But that's that was a good first round of combat there, wasn't it? Right. Okay, Elfmead's up now. He could move the formation here and join up with Lord Edwin and create a super shield wall. But I think actually what he's going to do is move this group up here, play a Carpe Diem, they've got a couple of them, which is lucky, and just clear those missiles away, and then that will give good flank protection here as well. So away they go. They go 7. Is that enough? It is just. And that is the missiles dispersed. In fact, I don't think they have to play a Carpe Diem for that. It's only the skirmishers, so that's them gone for nothing. The other group of I forgot to say what he was going to happen to these, but they'll move up here, which they do, but they can't form up. All right, Elf Lager, he can't do anything himself, but he'll take off 2 points of shock, which is particularly useful because he's got the Noble Raider Cavalry off to his right-hand flank, and they are waiting to pounce. Right, Scotti skirmishers. This group here will just fire straight away at the front group there. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 3 hits. And it's 4, 5, 6 shock. 1 shock. And the other group, they will just turn and face the group of Saxons here. 2 hits, no effect. The Saxon Lord, he just needs to steady the ship at the moment. He'll take off 2 points. I guess he can take off, they're not in combat, so he can take off 2 points of shock there and a point of shock off there. If they're in combat, I think you can only take off with the group you're actually with at the time. We are literally just facing off at the moment. Now comes the rallying period before the warbands get in combat again, I guess. So perhaps it's the time now for the Scotti to get their harassing troops doing their business. But I think the nobles on the Saxons have got enough time to rally off the shock, so they should be okay. Anyway, let's move on. Right, I got a bit excited at the end of the last go and said the Saxon missiles were out the pack. It wasn't, it was the Scotti missiles. So the Saxon missiles not doing a lot of good there. I think what they're going to do is come over to this flank and give flank protection there. So they'll move 2 dice 6, go 7. And they will fire at the Noble Raider Cavalry. 4, 5, 6 to hit. 2 hits. 5 shock, 6 kill, no effect. Right, Saxon Leader 2, Elf Mead. Now he's got a Carpe Diem. He's going to run at the skirmishers here. They will evade. They can't evade if he plays a Carpe Diem, obviously. Right, there we go. So if he gets in, he's only got to go 4 inches, 5 inches, which he does. He goes 10. You get him dangerously close to the Scotti here. Which actually gets him dangerously close to the Scotti here. But these skirmishers are dispersed, along with Haggis McMuffin. Saxon Leader 1 will take a point of shock off. Scotti skirmishers, well, I guess I'll keep going at these guys. 2 hits and 2 shock. We're up to 3. Scotti cavalry, right. Skirmish cavalry will fire at these guys. That is 3 hits. No effect. I think the Noble Raider cavalry will charge down the missiles. They can evade if they get charged themselves, which I don't think they will, but anyway. So all they need to do is get across that river, which they do quite easily. And that's the missiles gone. Now I can take them out of the pack. Scotti Lord, well, he's got a load of shock here. He just needs to get rid of that. So he's going to take 3 points of shock off. Scotti Leader 1, he will take off 2 points shock there. And the Saxon Lord, well, I guess his command range is 9 inches, I think. So he can tell this lot to join up. 1, and take off, I guess he can take off a point of shock there and a point of shock here. Why not? And that's the end of the turn. Right, the Saxon Lord is up. He'll take those 2 points of shock off. He's not even going to move. The onus is on the Scotti, I think, to make the move. So he's just going to wait there a minute. Saxon Leader 1. Well, he's not going to detach and chase the cavalry. No point. So I think he just stays there. Elf Mead. Now, having come this far forward, he's got a bit isolated. So he needs to, I think, get back. They do have another Carpe Diem, so it may be worth just clearing these out of the way. So they've got to turn around for 1. Back they go. 7. They're gone. The Scotti Lord. Wow. Well. Still got a lot of shock, so he's going to take 3 points of shock off that. I don't think he's got anything useful. Scotti Leader 1, he'll take off 2 points of shock. Scotti Cavalry, okay, these guys again will fire their little javelins. That is 3 hits, and it is 2 points of shock. The Noble Raider Cavalry, yeah, what are they going to do? They're no good against anybody who doesn't have shot. And he could attack here, but then they'll get swarmed on by the Hearthguard, I think. So I think they're just going to pull back, literally pull back here and await their opportunity, like I've been saying several times. That's the end of the go. Alright, Saxon Leader 1, he will take off 2 points of shock. Saxon Leader 2, he will get his men to turn around. They're within 2 inches, so they join up. So at the moment, we've got everybody together for the Saxons. One huge shield wall. Scotti cavalry skirmishers, 2 hits. This is just shock is going on, shock is going off, 1 shock back on. It's a bit of a stalemate. Scotti Lord, right. Desperate times, desperate measures required. Yes. What's he got? Well, he has actually the same set again, but not as good because there's a couple of boar-suited cards there. Carpe Diem, aggressive charge, and bounding move. Not a darting blow this time, but bounding move is useful because that's a fair way to go. So I think they're going to play that, and let's see what happens. First of all, he'll take off 2 points of shock, and then they go for it. Right, that's 10, 19, less 4 because of this rough terrain there, but that's enough. That's 15. Away they go. Right, it's buckets of dice time again. So let's do some maths. 31 for the suited card there. The Saxons will have 3, 8, 9, 10 for the elites. 14, 20, 27, 29, 31, 36, including the Lord and his champion, 36. Right, I'm going to do Saxons first. They're hitting on a 4, 5, 6. Okay, not bad, but could have been better, I think. Scotti hitting on a 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty good. And that's 4 hits on each group. Right, let's go down the line, starting on the left. That is 4 points of shock, so they're up to 5 with 5 raiders. Next group, 3 shock. Lord Ronald's group, 3 shock. Ooh. Scotti haven't lost anybody yet. Oh, there we go. Oh, just 1 kill though. 1 kill. Ooh. Right. A lot of shock, but got away with that, I think. That is, these are warriors, so that is 3 shock up to 4 and 1 kill. Is the kill on Elf Lager? It's not. So that's the first Saxon kill. The next one is no effect because they are Hearthguard. Just There we go, that's a bit better. 1 kill, 2 shock. That's an immediate kill there. So that's 2 Hearthguard with 2 shock there. Warriors, that is 2 kill, 1 shock. And finally, Elfmead's gang, 3 kill. Vicious hit on the flank there. It's not Elfmead himself. He's fortunate there. 1, 2, 3. So just look at the numbers dead there. They've got 7 killed. That's really depleted their ranks. And the Scotti lost 1. Right, so let's see if there's any excess shock. They've got 3 with 4. So yes, there is there. They go back 1. And they can keep formation, so they can go back, they all go back 1. No one else on the Saxon side has excess shock. Scotti, no. 7 with 3, no. 8 with 3, and 5 with 5, no. So they move forward, and we fight another round of combat. Oh, where's this one going? Okay, so they're on 5 less 2 is 3. 7 less 1 is 6, so that's 9. Another 6, 15, 18, 20, 25. Saxons will be on 3 less 2 is 1, 2, 3. 5, so that's 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 for elite is 9. Plus the Lord and his champion, 14. 15, plus 1 for elite, 16. 20, 24, 26. Right, Saxons first. Hitting on a 4, 5, 6. That's a good hit. I think that, I'm not quite sure what that was. Oh well, there's enough of them there to not make that much of a difference, he says. Right, so we'll start with 3s on everybody. An extra 1 on the Lord's group, I think. Right, Scotti turn. No aggressive charge this time around. But they've done pretty well, even so. So again, I'll do 3s. See where we go with that. Just about, I think that's probably, yeah, okay. Might have 3 on this group here with Elfmead. And just 2 on those warriors there. Yep. Alright, starting with the Scotti on the left. 1 shock, so that is excess shock for them. Still no kill. Well, not as yet anyway. Oof, 1 shock. And 4. Lord Ronald's group. Now that's a bit more like it. 2 shock, 2 kill. So that's 5 shock, 2 kill. Is it Lord Ronald? It's not. He's desperate for a wound. He hasn't had a wound for years. Literally. And the last group there is just the 1 shock. Well, I think the Scotti got away with that. So he's got 2 killed at the moment. Right hand, 1 shock, up to 5. It's excess shock, obviously. Hearthguard, 1 shock. They're doing pretty well. These Hearthguard aren't, and they're certainly not after that. 1 kill and 2 shock. So that chap on his own is going to rout. Warriors here, just the 1 shock. And finally, 2 kill, 1 shock. Is the kill on Elfmead? No, nearly was. 1, 2. So that's 3 Saxons killed and 2 Scotti. So it's net 1 to the Scotti. Right, so it's withdraw if excess shock. They have 2 excess shock. So they go back 2. And again, they can keep formation. Well, he doesn't. He goes back 3. I'm thinking, therefore, if they break, they can't go back as a formation because they're not in a formation, so they stay there. This guy will run away. Bad things happen. 3. It is an elite group. Saxons lose 2 and are down to 4. Okay, Scotti, have they got like excess shock? Yes, they've got 5 with 6, so they go back 1. They don't, but they can keep formation. They don't, but they can keep formation. And they don't, but they can keep formation. So the combat is broken. Now it's Scotti leader 1. Now they're not in combat, so he can take off points of shock. I assume again he can sort of reach over and do a bit, so he can take off. I'm going to take off 2 shock there. And the Saxon Lord, again, because he's in this group here, he's going to start taking some shock off. They're going to take them down to 3. So it's 1, 2, and take a point of shock off here. Right, one thing I didn't do was see if this group actually chased after the routing group. Now Lord Ronald can change this by 1, so let's see what he gets. 3. He can change it to 4, but that's still less than 5, so they've got to go, as in chase after. And they go 14. So they catch him up. Now I think they have another combat. I suppose the Saxon gets 1 dice, has to give him 1, and he misses. The Scotti will have 5. Let's do 3 plus 5. I don't know whether this is right, but there we go. He's got loads of things there. You just need to kill him off. At least they're going to kill. Another there, he's dead. Right, it's gone. I guess they advance too. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, but certainly Lord Ronald hasn't been able to control himself and has taken himself out of the line. So this is very fractured now. And at the end of that combat, it's looking all a bit disorganised, and Lord Ronald's running away merrily in the distance, having chased down some Hearthguard. So what I thought would be quite a good round for them, if they stayed in formation, has now been broken and has given the Saxons an opportunity potentially. Right, next round. So the Scotti cavalry are up. The first thing that's going to happen is the skirmishers are going to attack the warrior group here. 3 hits. And 3 shock. Oh, now that's very interesting. That is very interesting, because who's at the back waiting? Right, so Scotti skirmishers just fired at the warriors here, which gave them excess shock and indeed routed them, so they've got to go back 3. And then rout. Go another 7. That's a bad things happen. 4. And warriors on a 4 is 2. So the Saxon force morale is at 2. Now I was going to get the Scotti cavalry to charge in, no warrior cavalry, but well, I suppose they still could. I don't see why not. And kill a few more warriors. So they might even kill the noble there. Yeah, I guess so. Right, well, they're going to play this. I was going to play that anyway. So they're going to be complete overwhelm them. Carpe diem, hit them in the rear. Aggressive charge. They get in quite easily. Right, so it's 3 less 3 for shock. It'll be 0 plus 2. Well, I'm going to give them 4. Sorry, I'm going to give them 1 for the warriors, plus 2 for the nobles. So the Saxons are on 3. Noble rated cavalry, we get 1 for that. Plus 4. Plus 1 for being elite, so that's 6 plus 6 are on 12. And they're hitting on anything but. So they're all hits. And that's because they got Carpe Diem hit in the rear and a aggressive charge. Saxons actually get 1 hit back. See what the Saxons do. Nothing. Funny old thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that's it. Look, they're all wiped out. Absolutely wiped out to a man. Elflager's killed, I assume. Or does he just take 1 wound? No, he's wounded, isn't he? The rest of them are gone. It's noble wounded. No effect. And then the noble can run away, so he's going to run away to this group here, which he does. So Elflager lives, and these guys will advance 2 inches, I guess. So that's it, the Scotti are in the rear. Right, Scotti Lord. Well, he's got the rally card, so I'm going to play that immediately. 1. Not much got. There we go. So they're down to 4. I think for 1 he's going to turn around. 2, he'll take off the point of shock. And should he charge in here? He hasn't got a Carpe Diem, they're all gone now. Their warriors are going to be outnumbered. Oh yeah, why not? So he charges in there. The warriors will turn and face with a wounded Elflager. And let's see what happens. Right, so Scotti are on 5, less 1 is 4, plus 5 is 9. Saxon rolls 6, 7. Saxon first. Oh, that's appalling. 1 hit. Scotti. Can you believe it? 1 hit as well. Dreadful. Dreadful. Right, what have the Saxons done? 1 shock. And 1 shock. So, go again. This time the Scotti have 5 less 2 is 3, 8. And the Saxons have 7 still, and that is better. 4 hits. And a pathetic 1 from the Scotti again. Oh dear. That was a poor judgment by Ronald trying to finish them off here. 1 kill and 2 shock. Is the kill on Lord Ronald? It isn't. So they have excess shock. And the effect on the Saxons is 1 shock, so they're on 2. Right, excess shock, go back 2. And advance 2. So that combat remains. Right, the Saxon Lord. Well, what's he going to do? He's sort of in the middle of nowhere. But he's got Scotti behind him. And he's got his Scotti to the front. What's he got card-wise? Right, well, he's going to play Fear. They're within 6 inches of the champion. So 1 dice 3 shock, which is 2, so they're on 6. And now he's going to play aggressive charge. So in they go. Working out the dice, the Saxons have 5, 6 for elite, plus 2 and 3 is 11. And the Scotti will have 7 less 3 is 4, 7, 8, 9. Right, Saxons first. 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got aggressive charge. Can't forget that. That was a great hit. I'll put 5 on that group. And 4 on that group. Scotti return is very good. That's all on one group. Ooh, look at that. Right, left-hand Scotti group. What's the damage? The damage is 2 killed, 1 shock. So they are, they're not quite broken. It's excess shock. Big Mac's group is 3 shock. One kill. Is it on Big Mac? No. So it's 3 Scotti dead. Now, what's happening to Lord Edwin's group? Oh, they've got away with that. 3 shock only. So, net 3. So net 3 is withdraw a minimum of 6. These guys have 6 and they're on 9. If excess shock, then add 2 shock per group. So they go to 5 and they go to 7. So they rout and they're one point of shock away. So they rout. And they've gone 11. Bad things happen. 6. And 6 is 3 points for the Scotti. So they are down to 3. The Saxons are on 2. And I think they just stay where they are. They're on 11 shock. Desperate times for this little formation of Scotti who've disintegrated. Saxon need a 1. Well, does he charge in here and try and break the Scotti? I think he might. They're in. Nobody's getting much dice on this one. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Scotti have 3. Alright, Saxons. 4 hits. Scotti. 3 hits. He'll have 2 on that, 1 on that. Right, damage on the Scotti is 4 shock. Ooh, excess but not broken. Right, this group, 1 shock. And this group, 1 shock. Excess shock, yes, they have 2. So they follow up 2 and we go again. Scotti have 3 less 2 is 1. Saxons have 4 less 1 is 3. 4, 5, 6. And that is 4 hits. And Scotti miss. Right. Oh, the Scotti going to get wiped out here. 2 kill and 2 shock. 1, 2, 2 kill. It's excess shock of 6. Away he goes. Bad things happen. Warrior group 2. That's 1 point. So the Scotti are down to 2. So Saxons and Scotti are both on 2 at the moment. Right, Saxon leader 2. Wrong. Oh, I did Saxon leader 2 and 1 the wrong way around. So this is Saxon leader 1. We should have gone last time, but it's going now. So there we go. Live and learn. So this fight starts again. It's 6 less 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. And the Scotti have 1 plus 5 is 6. Saxon first. They have 3 hits. And Scotti have 2 hits. Damage on the Scotti is nothing. Lucky, lucky, lucky. And on the Saxons is 1 kill, 1 shock. So shock up to 3. Is the kill on Elf Lager? It is not. So net 1, any excess shock? No. Oh, these guys do have excess shock. Okay. That's odd. Why are they in combat? They didn't get any extra excess shock that turn though, did they? Interesting. Well, I suppose they go back to they lost, so break the combat. Don't understand that one. There we are. Scotti leader 1. Can't do anything apart from take off 2 shock, I think. Desperately got to try and rally his men here. Otherwise, old Edwin would be in rousing him. End of the turn. I think, to be fair, the cattle are going to go over there, away from the fighting. They don't like it. Right, Scotti Lord is up. He'll take 2 points of shock off, so they're now not excess shock. He'll play a strong arm. They'll move 2 dice 6. 8 less 4 is 4. So they're in. Strong arm. It's not going to be massive. There's only 4 dice. Any 5 and 6 is a shock. 3 shock. What a great roll. Absolutely fantastic. Which means they have excess shock, so they go back 1, but they've still got enough to get in. They're in. So now the Saxons have 5 less 3 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And the Scotti have 4 less 2 is 2, plus 5 is 7. Saxons first. 2 hits. Scotti. Well, that's a monster hit. They got the mojo back now. Look at that. Right, what do the Saxons do to the Scotti? It's 1 shock. So they're excess shock again. So they'll go back 1 inch in a memento. Let's see what damage they do to the Saxons. Well, that's 3 shock and 1 kill. 1, 2, 3. 1 kill. Is it on Elf Lager? If it is, he's dead. It's not. So they are 4 with 9, which means they're broken. 4 with 9, they go back 5. And they go in. They go another 8. Bad things happen. Is 2, which is 1. And Saxons are all 1 force morale. Right, Saxon leader 2. Well, I guess he can't really do much. He just need to take some shock off. 1, 2. Scotti leader 1. He'll take off another 2 points of shock. So they're now down to 7. Scotty cavalry, well, I could do the dirty on Edwin. I don't think I've got anything useful this time. Well, let's do the skirmish cavalry first. They'll move to within range. Three hits. Two shock. Ah. Now it's worth them coming in. They need 11. That is 6 plus 6 is 12, just enough. On we go. The Hearthguard, though, can turn and face. So, let's see what happens here. They're both elite. So the Scotti will get 4 plus 5 is 9. Saxons get 5 plus 5 is 10. Alright, Saxons first. Very average. Half hits. Scotti. Just 2. That's pretty rubbish. Alright, damage on the Noble Raider Cavalry is 3 shock. And on the Hearthguard, nothing. Right, not excess shock. So we go again. Oh, they were so close to getting excess shock on these guys. So it's 4. Less 1 for shock is 3, plus 5 is 8. And the Saxons will be on 5, less 2 is 3, plus 5 is 8. Alright, Saxons first. Oh, another fantastic hit. Look at that. Scotty, they've got to do better this time, and they do. And they do. Alright. Saxon hit is 1 kill and 2 shock. I think this is the last huzzah for the Noble Raider Cavalry. 1 kill. So they are on excess shock. I'll be going back in a minute. What's happening to Lord Edwin? What a, ooh, look at that, 5 shock. 1. Five Hearthguard with 10 shock. Right, well, it's a foregone conclusion. I mean, the Scotty Raider Cavalry will go back 2 because they've got excess shock. Fine, big deal. Because ultimately the Hearthguard are broken. They go back 5. And they're out. They go another 12. That's Lord Edwin disappearing into the sunset. They've only got 1/4 morale left, an elite group going. Even the 1 is 1. And that is the Saxons down to 0. So the Scotti win the day there. But that was nip and tuck, as most of these games turn out to be. There's routing troops everywhere. There are a couple of groups, very small numbered groups of Saxons left here. I've got Lord Edwin over there at the back. Heavy shock, but he's still there. Noble Raider Cavalry. They're routing. Saxons. Skirmish Cavalry are still in the game. Lord Edwin routing over there. And Big MacDougall with a group of Scotti there. Heavily shocked, but still in the game. So that is it. The cattle are rescued by the Scotti. But Lord Ronald is still not wounded. Dear oh dear. Anyway, good game. Okay, so that's another failed expeditionary raiding attempt by the Saxons and a Scotti win. However, Lord Ronald remains unwounded, so he's not going to advance his reputation anytime soon. Looking back at the video, I'm slightly annoyed that I missed the Saxons' after effects of having 7 killed versus the Scotti in one of the confrontations, but so be it. I suspect it would have been an earlier victory for the Scotti, so in a way I'm glad they won out in the end, because that would have been unfair. had the Saxons been victorious. From the casualty perspective, it was utter carnage and a lot of slaughter going on there. The Scotti lost 14 raiders killed and 1 skirmisher, which are moderate losses. The Saxon losses were 7 Hearthguard and 16 warriors killed, a total of 23, and they are heavy losses, unsurprisingly. So on the results table, a successful raid, or achieving the objective of stopping the Saxons, certainly is +2 for the Scotti. They lose -2 for own troops killed, +3 for enemy troops killed, and they also have 1 pursuit card +1, so it's a net +4. So the Scotti gain sufficient followers to replace their moderate losses in 1 month. They get 2 volunteer raiders and gain a thief's horde in plunder. The Saxons, on the other hand, replace losses in their heavy losses in 2 months. I think that means the Scotti will have an uncontested raid next month, and in October, the final month of the fighting season, we'll see the Saxons and Scotti face off again. Okay, well that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves watching this. I certainly have enjoyed playing it, and I'll see you next time.